morning and Happy New Year, friends.
Good morning.
How is everyone this morning? Can we all believe it is a new year? Looks like it's just you and me. I think everybody else is hungover. Oh, no, it's Bethany. Bethany with 5 cats in her lap. We have friends now. Oop, they're all coming in. Hello, everyone. Happy New Year.
Hello.
First live up. Gail's here. Kermito has joined. How are we, friends? Can you believe our first live of 2024? Brazen's here.
All right.
How are you
I'm
guys
gonna
doing?
hit record. And
Everybody
start.
say Happy New Year. Hope you have a wonderful 2024. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody.
How are you guys doing? Did you guys have a good end of 2023? And are you looking forward to 2024? Zoe says, can't wait for one more year of fun with y'all. How are you feeling? Oh, I'm much better. Thank you. I am starting the year with the strongest tea I own. So I have the Berries Master Blend. And I am, the second cup of the day, of course, will be the very mild Tuck Box tea, but it's good. This person is screaming in all capital letters that you were only 1,000 away from 2 million subscribers.
It's slowly but surely getting there.
No, I'm right in front of the mic, and the mic is on. I don't know why it would sound so far away.
Donna sounds far away.
Yeah, it's okay. I sound kind of far from the mic, or is it on? Oh, it's on. They're all on. All 3 of them. That was Scott in my microphone. Can you believe that? Okay, so tell everybody who won for today, and what pencil you're using, and what paper you're using, and start off with all the fun stuff.
So Snoop Dogg won, barely beating out the Spice Girls.
Get out.
Yeah.
You can barely be heard. Really?
All right. Well, let's see if we can fix it.
All right, let's see what is going on here. Device volume is at 0. Is this any better? Hello, 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 hello. Hello. Your mic is non-existent. Is this any better? Can you hear me now? Hello. Hello. It seems like the mic issue turned up Scott and turned Donna down. That's weird.
So talk.
Hello, hello, hello. Can you guys hear me? Hello, 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 hello. Oh, there you are. Bethany says there you are. Maybe it was that other thing that we did.
Okay.
All right. Well. Oh, yeah. I don't know. Weird, huh? All right. Oh, there you go. You can hear me now. Are you going to do anything for 2 million subs?
I'm not sure. We might do a giveaway of some sort. But, yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Let's see.
I'm really focused on getting the dragon and centaur piece done. I really want to get that done and get the posters ready for that too.
White Pearl Cookie, I'm very happy that you are joining us for another year around the sun. I just sort of had a weird epiphany this morning that, I'm 54 years old and I get to have another year with the man of my dreams, and I'm good. I've done a lot of reflection over the last 2 days and kind of like looking back over last year, and yeah, it was difficult and all the other things, but there are so many people that we lost. I don't know. I'm very pensive about the new year, and I'm excited that we get to have another year. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a really, really good year. No, he does not like to be called Scotty.
Oh, I don't care what people call me, honestly.
That's not what you tell me.
Really?
Yeah.
I've literally used the words, I don't like being called Scotty to you.
No, you don't like it when I yell at you. Stupid husband, what are you doing? Oh, gosh. Since Snoop Dogg won, you should do a painting with him and Martha Stewart.
I think I'll just do this one.
Gosh, that's funny.
This is going to be the second time I've painted him.
Lots of people are joining in. They haven't been here in a while. Yeah, the Rose Parade's on today, huh? Tracy's here and says, Happy New Year, art friends. I'm happy to spend the first day of the year with you all.
Happy New Year.
Let's see. We have barely had a New Year, guys. It's only 9 o'clock in the morning here, so
Yeah.
we are good. How was New Year's Eve?
Oh, people were lighting off fireworks. Other than that,
All night.
we went to bed and went to sleep. We're not really ones to celebrate.
Yeah, we've
Things
never
like
really
that.
whooped it up. Even when we were younger, we never whooped it up.
Yeah. So the photo that I'm using, let me show you.
There will be a poster for the 90s when he's done.
So this is the photo that I'm using, right? And he has that long straightened hair.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's really quintessentially Snoop. So I could add the little, is it cornrows?
Uh-huh.
Might be good. What do you guys think? Do I keep the straight hair or do I do the cornrows?
I have no preference. Celine would like you to know that it's the year of the dragon on February 10th.
Oh, that's great. That's
Let's
actually
see.
hopefully when we'll have the poster. Hopefully
Oh,
before
Brazen has a great idea. I would love for you to do a draw along for 2 million. 20 million.
then. How draw along like everybody draw what I draw, or
How does that work? How do you see that working? We don't really do New Year's resolutions, but I'll tell you, I've been very focused on setting some new goals for the year and things that I want to do. Not a million goals, just a handful of goals. Cornrows, 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 cornrows. Definitely cornrows. Wow. Cornrows went out by a mile. What is that thing on your pencil?
oh, it's a pencil extender. See, the pencil's been sharpened so much that it's hard to hold. So I did a video on it, but these are pencil extenders. You put this in, and then now you've got a bigger thing to hold on to. Okay, so let's find that picture.
You
with
do
the
another series of artists for the early 2000s, you guys.
I'm going to do the 70s next, and then I could do the 2000s.
Let's see. Oh, that sounds fun. Marvel One Number Fan says, me and my family had sparkling water and board games.
Oh, that's great.
That's fun. Yeah, we've never been, did Scott paint Donna for the new year? Nope.
Yeah, I haven't done that in
Since the
many
90s.
years, yeah.
I cannot crochet. to save my life. It is confusing to me, but I do knit. I can, and I love it. I don't spend as much time on it as I would like to, but perhaps at some point I will. I don't think that's going to be this year, though. I have some other stuff I want to do this year.
I think these will come out to about here.
10 hours into 2024 for me, says Ocean. This year has been okay so far. Well, you're only 10 hours in, so it can't be bad yet. Come on. Can't be bad yet. 10 hours in. I got to give some loves to our little outdoor kitty this morning.
Oh, you did?
I did. I went outside to take a picture of my tea for my first tea of 2024, and all of a sudden I see this thing dart out of the corner of my eye, and she was chasing a rabbit, and the rabbit just took off like phew, like a shot, and she stopped and she looked and she was like, "Oh man," and I went, "Hey, sweet girl," and she turned her head and she looked straight up at me on the porch and came a running.
Oh.
Literally came a run. Yep, she still will not let me pet her, but she rubbed up against my leg, which was really cute. I gave her some food. It was very cute. That's about the extent of my love with cats, because I am allergic.
How's that? That look good?
Why does his ear look a little very like an elf ear?
Well, I was looking at his ear here.
Just looks very elvish in the painting.
I'll lower it a little bit like that. Better?
No, Scott's not going to use Hemi gouache on this. He is going to use Winsor & Newton gouache.
Yeah, regular. Hemi gouache is fun to use, and I recommend it for people who are just starting out. It's cheap and it's fun, but I will probably just stick with either the Winsor & Newton gouache or acrylic gouache from time to time.
Yeah.
All right.
Gail had the same problem. People experiencing huge booming fireworks in the neighborhood. Her poor dog was beside herself.
Oh.
Thankfully found comfort under the covers with us. Yeah. They were blasting fireworks from like 9 o'clock on last night out here. Gail says the cornrows look good. If Donna wasn't allergic to cats, would y'all have them? Probably no. We're more dog
Cats are
people.
jerks.
Yeah.
The cats that I see are usually, a little too temperamental for me. If I'm gonna live with something,
besides me, who's
besides
already
Donna,
temperamental enough.
I'd rather not have to worry about whether it's gonna attack me or love me.
And Bethany lives with a cat named Bob Ross, who on the regular she has to worry about attacking her and chewing her face off. So there you go. We did have a bunny rabbit like 100 years ago. So we are just more dog people. Bethany says, you say that, but you melt when you see my cats. The only two cats I melt, well, I never see Cardi because Cardi lives elsewhere, like under the bed. Michelangelo is adorable, and Picasso. I love Picasso, but they make me sneeze. If I pet the cats and then I touch my face, I would be itchy and with watery eyes all the time, and I don't care for that idea. What is your favorite art brand?
Winsor & Newton.
It is gouache today. Today's fun and games is brought to you by gouache. Dalton says, thank you for loving my She-Ra fan art.
Oh, it's great. Blow dryer. Both.
Got it. Aww. I'm going to read this comment while Scott's blow drying. Actually, no, I'm going to read it so he can hear it. Okay, I'm going to read this comment out loud. I don't want you to hear it too. Zoya says, Dear Bethany, I want to thank you for last year and making sure that everybody's questions get answered, even when Donna or Scott don't see them. It's really helpful.
Oh, that's great.
And I would chime in and thank her for all of her shipping help last year, all of her help with the website stuff and everything else. Bethany is an amazing, not only is she an amazing friend, but she is just an all-around amazing person. And I love her very much. We are very fortunate to have her in our lives. Have you ever had a tear-off calendar, and do you like them?
Tear-off calendar. Oh, no. I think I did. I think it was Farsight.
Yeah, you had Farsight.
But I never do them every day, no.
You would always wait, and there'd be like 3 months of the calendar to peel because you wouldn't remember to peel it. Oh, I had one of those. I used to have a Thoughts of Dog. That was my favorite peel a day, was the Thoughts of Dog. Oh, I love that one. Those were great. Okay. MM says, Dear Scott, I want to be an animator, and that means my drawings have to match the references exactly, and I can't seem to get my drawing to look like the reference. Any advice?
I mean, a traditional animator, there's really it's a small pool. Your drawing looking like the model is not as important right now as you being able to animate. So I wouldn't worry so much about that at this point. Just get good at animation. You can always learn, because every model is going to be different. So you're going to have to learn a different style every time. I would seriously just get really good at animating and not worry about being on model for that. But if you really want to, I would just copy other Disney artists and, get good at copying Peter Pan or, whatever. What's wrong?
Are you going to paint? You're just kind of standing there.
I was looking at you, looking at me with a weird look.
Because so he just stopped painting and you crossed your arms and you just stood there while you were answering the question. I was like, are you all right? You weren't doing anything. No. I didn't really know where we were going there. Let's see. What else we got here? You guys are funny. This is my first time on a live.
Welcome.
I'm glad I'm spending the first day of the year with y'all. The art is looking great so far. Happy New Year.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you too.
We did not shoot off fireworks last night. Here was our night last night. I made us a nice dinner. We got to eat with one of our boys. And then
we introduced him to Total Recall with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Correct. That was I had tea and they had hot cocoa. That was our night last night, you guys. That's as much as we whoop it up. Let me tell you.
The story held up. Well, I mean, it's probably been 30 years since we saw it, but the story held up pretty good. But the acting was not great.
Mark would like to know how 2023 has been for us. Mark was on an emotional roller coaster and had a lot of issues last year.
Yeah, I think we were too. We had a very rough 2023. A lot of mental health stuff and whatnot. But it was okay. We're just glad it's over.
Yeah, but honestly,
doing the recap definitely helped.
I think so. I think it definitely does, because you don't realize how much you do in a year until you look back and actually see it. And you actually see the people that you got to be with and the things that you did, and it's pretty cool. Mr. Sava, do you think you could draw Daredevil?
I have. Yeah, I actually saw someone posted an old Daredevil drawing I did on Tumblr.
He has drawn so many superheroes and comic book characters over the years. It impresses me that you don't erase your sketch.
No, you don't have to, and it's with colored pencils. I mean, you could see all my guidelines and everything else. When you're going over it with gouache, it all gets painted over anyhow. With the watercolors, I have to.
Thank you for asking. I am much better with my sinus infection. Thanks. I'm on, what am I on, day 4 or something like that, or 5 of antibiotics. So I am feeling much, much better. I still have to take the decongestants because I'm still kind of, my nose is still kind of impacted. But I'm good. Thank you so much for asking. How do I blend with Posca pens?
I don't know. I've never been able to get them to blend. That's why I don't. That's one of the reasons why I don't. The other one is the shaky shakies.
Jane says, I'm going to take this one. As far as wall calendars go, there are some beautiful wall calendars out there. And here's my thing. I put on the fridge whatever comes in the mail for free. Because to me, it's a wall calendar. My personal agenda that I use, my calendar that I use on my desk, I buy a My Agenda every year. And I use that. Yeah.
Your feminist agenda.
Yes, got to put it somewhere. Lots of people are asking about your dragon. They would like to see an update on the dragon. They would like to know how it's coming. They would like to know what you're doing. How are you enjoying it?
Yeah, here, let me stop. I'll show you. I've been sitting inking with the details, and it's
Ooh, you guys get to see it.
taking up a ton of my time.
Oh, quit your whining. You love it.
Okay.
Yeah, we can see it. Go a little more.
Here's what I will do.
Okay.
I will take this and move it up a little bit.
Okay. There it is, guys. Can you see it now? I came in the other day and looked at it, and it's just stunning in person. I mean, stunning.
I'm currently just working on the wings, and I got to do the other foot, and I think it's going to be in the snow, so I'm going to have some trees in the background, but yeah, I may add, like right now this is kind of more like a membrane, kind of like this part. I'm like, maybe I don't like, so I might add smaller scales across here, but yeah, I'm just figuring it out, and there's a lot of it that I'm thinking, well, I'll make this look better in when it becomes when I paint it. But
Okay, so this is what Utaru was thinking. How about drawing a draw along where we draw whatever you are drawing in your own style and medium, of course, and we can tag you on social media once we are done. It would be fun for a $2 million sub special.
you mean just 2 million subscribers?
Yes, sorry. Yeah.
For $2 million, I'd happily do that. But
Yeah.
yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Let me see if I can come up with something that makes sense.
Oh, I've seen those, Nehru, the sculpture calendars where you peel one off and then it leaves the sculpture with that behind. I've seen that. Yeah. Yeah, I have. I've seen that. Those are really cool. Okay. Other than gouache and watercolor, what is your favorite medium?
Colored pencils and markers. Blow dryer.
Yes, he stands up when he draws. He does not sit. Yeah. So he is standing up. How do you choose your colors for the face?
I look at the photo reference. That's my first thing. And then I will a lot of times just get very creative and artsy and see if this color or that color might look good. And then that's why you'll see me redoing it. You'll see me going, nope, I don't like that. You know, I experiment as I'm going along. I try not to do the same thing twice if I can. I mean, there are some things that just work, and so you keep doing it. And then there's other things that you're like, well, I wonder if this, I guess I get bored. Time for some white.
Scott tried a dip pen. He doesn't like the dip pen very well.
You bought me something for Christmas, though, didn't you?
That is not a dip pen. That is different. I saw you liked The Legend of Zelda, and I love games in your channel. I was wondering what was your favorite game and the game that made you like games.
Asteroid was the first game I think that I was like, that was in the 70s, I think.
100 years ago?
Yeah. Made me go, wow, video games are cool. Yeah, I love games. I get frustrated with games very easily if they don't do what they're supposed to, and that has not been the case with the Zelda games. It's very rare that I get upset at something with Zelda, because they did a really good job of making it hard but not too hard, and challenging but not too challenging, and I like that. Like, you feel like, I got this, even when there's a tough boss or something, you feel like, okay, I'm able to do this. And so I like that. I think that's what games are supposed to be. They're supposed to be challenging, but not too challenging.
Yes, he is painting Snoop Dogg. Let's see. I don't have a planner stack. I have a journal stack. Well, maybe I do have a planner stack. I use the My Agenda for like my daily calendar. And then I was using a notebook that I put all my business stuff in. However, I migrated this year. I am trying a Hobonichi Techo. They have an English version of their A5 Techo, and I actually have that in front of me, and it's got monthly, dailies, and weeklies, and so I'm taking notes and business things in that. I'm going to see how I like that. And then I've got a to-do list journal. I've got a writing journal. I've got an art journal. I've got a basically try everything kind of journal. I have a headache journal, a travel journal. God, I got a lot of journals I use.
Yep.
Anyway, I could put a picture of it on my community page if you'd like. Let's see. What are you going to do with the background?
I don't know. What do you guys think? What color would look nice for the background?
I'm not even going to go there because whatever color I pick, you're going to change it anyway because you always change the background like 6 times. Oh, my favorite question. How come it's only half a face?
Oh, it's very hard to fit the full face on something this thin.
Then why don't you do it on bigger paper?
I have. I mean, I've got literally hundreds and hundreds of portraits that I've done. This one's just...
Whoever has art block, draw a red panda. A lot of people are having problems with motivation, and when they get frustrated with something like colors for things, they get discouraged. Do you have any words to...
Learning anything is discouraging. It's tough, right? But I don't know. Maybe I'll make a video about this at some point. But I think that if you're so discouraged about doing a thing that you don't want to do it, then maybe that thing isn't the thing you should be doing. because it's like I really want to eat ice cream, but every time I eat it, I get discouraged. And it's like, well, then why are you forcing yourself to eat ice cream? People don't eat ice cream because it's good for them. They eat ice cream because they like it and it makes them happy. And I feel the same way about art. If making art is discouraging to you, don't make art. You know, it doesn't do anything for you otherwise. It's not like, you know, going to a job that you hate, but it pays the bills. That's discouraging, but you do it because it has a function. It pays the bills. Making art should make you happy. If it doesn't make you happy, then maybe making art isn't the thing for you.
That's a great way to put it. Great way to put it. Because we both had jobs, and I'm sure a lot of you have, that you've just gone, you've paid the bills, and you've done what you needed to do.
And it's just like, that's where you like, you got to suck it up and just deal with it.
I was just thinking suck it
up.
Yeah.
That's the, you know, those are, but you shouldn't have to suck it up and more, and I stopped for 10 years. And I did digital and
You're beating a dead horse. Say good morning to Jamie Brown.
Hey, Jamie Brown. So what I did was, after about 10 years, I wanted to get back into art, so I picked up watercolors and I started trying Art Nouveau, and then I did gouache. But that's maybe doing the same thing over and over again is why you don't have any passion.
Oh, are you recording?
Yeah.
Okay. By the way, I forgot to tell you that everybody loved the dragon.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Colleen says, my daughter Cassidy is a social worker. After multiple sessions, wasn't able to get any reactions from her autistic client. Last session, Cassidy played the 80s videos. Her client says, you are cool.
Thank you. And thank Cassidy for me.
We're happy that was a connecting point for her there. Jeanette, go to the Art Hacks playlist. There are so many videos on drawing and painting eyes. Lots of people are inspired by your work. There are so many friends here today.
Hello, friends.
Hey, Steph Nerd's here. You hungover? How's life? Did you have a little drink with Grandma last night? I want to meet Steph's grandma. Lots of people wishing you a happy new year.
Thank you.
What do you do with your originals?
I put them up for sale in the store.
Yep.
Every once in a while I'll keep one, but for the most part, yeah, they're up for sale in the store.
And we have been making posters of some of them. So we have posters of the Gothic Vampire, and we have posters of the hair journal prints. Do you know what I really want? I was thinking about this last night, and I don't know why, but I was like, I really want a bookmark of the Gothic Vampire. Like I want,
bookmark?
I do. I want a narrow, long bookmark.
But it's not narrow or long. It's
the Gothic Vampire.
The Gothic Vampire is not that aspect ratio.
Yes, it is. It's a perfect aspect ratio for a bookmark.
Excuse me 1 second. Let me just prove my wife wrong.
He's going to prove me. He thinks he's going to prove me wrong. Those skinny and long, like that. It's this perfect.
That is not the same aspect ratio. Look.
It's the perfect thing for a bookmark. perfect.
It's half the size, or 2/3 the
It's
size.
still perfect for a bookmark.
Okay, so it's gonna be a stubby bookmark.
It's fine.
Okay.
It would make a great bookmark. See what happens when I try to compliment him?
It's okay.
No, woman, it won't work. It's too stubby. Here, let me prove you wrong. See how bad this aspect ratio is?
Okay, I will try to explain this one more time. Bookmark. Gothic vampire. See the difference? That would be the size of your bookmark.
That's because it's printed that big. If we
Honey,
printed it smaller...
They're printed the same length almost. Look.
Okay.
So it's not going to be a bookmark. It's going to come out as a postcard. That's the aspect ratio. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, well, it does make sense now, I guess. All right, I stand corrected.
I appreciate you acknowledging that.
Well, I appreciate you actually showing me something that makes me understand.
Well, I appreciate you understanding that.
Oh, have you ever drawn on an iPad or an iPhone?
No, I think it would ruin it. All that paint.
Oh, you're funny.
I tried to, but my iPad did not like the pen. So I need to get a newer iPad at some point.
Research paper due tomorrow and not finished. Thank you for helping me find a reason to procrastinate.
That's what I'm here for.
Research paper due tomorrow. Good grief. We do not make New Year's resolutions. Not hungover. Grandma saw on Christmas. Did have a glass of wine with our beef Wellington. Oh, I bet it was good. I bet it was good. Wait, didn't you make a cheesecake for last night too? Or was it tiramisu? What did you make last night? I can't remember. You guys, Steph is an amazing chef. Oh, there's Santa, says Mrs. Claus, and I did not make it to the countdown, went right to bed. You had a very, very, very busy December, and you're still going. What has been your favorite painting for the 90s music artists so far?
I really liked the Green Day one. I think came out really well. Though I've been liking so far most of the ones since. I think I've been, kind of finding a good groove.
Snoop Dogg. This is Snoop Dogg. Oh, Santa before that said, Happy New Year to all. Let's make 2024 the year of kindness and love. Ugh.
Love that.
So much more of that, please. I think going into this year, that would be a great thing to keep front of mind. Is Mrs. Claus here too? Don't tease me. She is.
Hey, Mrs.
She
Claus.
says, good morning, friends. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, friend. I know you are tired. December is a very, very big month for you. We are so happy you guys are here. And so happy you're our friends. All right. So Parker asks, are you one of those people that believes everyone can be a good artist if they practice enough, or do you think it's something else that makes a good artist?
No.
An excellent question.
I think everybody can. I really do. You've seen, and I'll point to Picasso. He's not known. He was very good technically. He had great technical skills. But he's not known for that. He's known for that very stylized, almost infantile stuff that he did. And it's a lot of art is about creativity. A lot of art is about passion. Look at Arnold Schwarzenegger. We just watched. We introduced our son to Total Recall. He was and still is, a horrible actor, not a good actor. But he had passion for it. He had that spark. He had something. And so I think a lot of people equate being good at art with being good technically. People really equate that with photorealism.
I don't know
looks
why.
just like a photo. He's the best artist. That has nothing to do. Anybody could learn that. Literally anybody could do photorealistic pencil
take a
drawings.
picture.
Yeah, but it's one of those things where people just equate it. But a lot of art is passion, and the people with the most passion for it are the ones who make, I think, the best art.
Santa, I would like to ask you a question. Are you going to go back to doing lives and do art in 2024? I'm curious. Let's see. There are lots of tips for those of you asking for tips. There are lots of tips on different things in the Art Hacks playlist. There's pencils things and faces and proportions and perspective and watercolor and paper and gouache and tons of things. So start there. If you've got a specific art question, we are happy to answer it. But for just general tips, please start there. Lisa asks if you could do a tutorial on drawing the profile of a face sometime.
I think there is one in the Art Hacks playlist too.
What's a headache journal? Good question. I will tell you. It is a journal where you log your headaches. I have migraines, and it sometimes is helpful for me to write down what kind of headache I have. I take migraine medication for them, and so it's helpful to know what I've eaten and what the weather was like, and to help me not have them anymore. It's been a while since I've had a migraine, which is good, especially considering I have a sinus infection. Typically, I get a migraine along with my sinus infection, but I've been being very, very careful with what I eat. So that helps as well. I'm going to ask you a question that's kind of an amalgamation of several people's here.
Okay.
And please excuse me, I'm a little raspy. People are talking about experimenting with art and growth in art. And do you think that experimentation with different art mediums and styles equates to art growth? Or do you think you see growth in a linear pattern with something that you would normally do, like you start with pencils, sketches, and you see growth and progress through that? Or do you think you grow through mediums?
I think you grow with time. I think, the more you do something, the more you're going to grow. I think you should experiment. But I think you could keep doing the same. Like, there's a lot of artists I know who are still doing the exact same style that they've been doing since college. And they're happy. They're totally happy being the same artist that they were in college. They're just really good at doing that one style. Mm-hmm. And they're happy. To me, it's like eating the same food. Though I do like eating the same food. But I'm saying, but to me, it's like saying, but for the rest of my life, I'm only going to eat this kind of food, or I'm only going to wear these kind of clothes, or whatever it might be. And I look at art and I go, I want to try it all. I want to get good at sculpture. I want to do animation. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to write music. I want to, and those are things that I think are. But yes, you will get better the more you do something, and that's just over time. You don't see it, but you will.
So, you don't think that changing mediums equates to growth? You think that just practice equates to growth?
It depends on the type of growth. I mean, changing mediums is a way to grow, but it is not the only way.
Okay. Who are you painting?
Snoop Dogg, or at least I'm trying to.
Oh, you should back up the, if you did not see when Scott pulled the dragon piece over, back up your video a little bit, and look. Because he showed that. We do not have any New Year's resolutions. We have things we'd like to do this year, but there you go. Let's see. Oh, Wormington says, when I saw this, I had to say hello. I'm an artist and you've been a great inspiration for me, especially when imposter syndrome hits really hard.
Oh.
Thank you for being you and happy 2024.
Thank you.
People are liking the colors of this. They're saying that it's coming along nicely.
Thank you.
Tips for people just starting out in art.
Draw everything every day. Draw what you see. Don't draw out of your head.
I think the trans bookmark is completely sold out.
The posters aren't, but the bookmark
we have
is.
posters of it, but the bookmark is completely sold out. Yeah. Sunrise or sunset. Try a day where you see both. It is magic.
Sunrise.
And I'm more of a sunset. Should I ink where the hair and the head meet?
Yes. I mean, that's the hairline, and depending on how you're doing your inking, you're going to be doing, you want to go in the direction of where the hair's kind of going to, like into the scalp.
We don't have any shows that we're watching right now, babe, do we? Yeah.
What were we watching before?
Oh, Star Trek.
Yeah, Strange New Worlds.
Strange New Worlds. I like that one. Yeah. Well, we have our boys around, and so we sort of do different things depending on what they want to do. Jamie says, these paintings always change so quickly. I walk away for a moment, come back, and it looks totally different.
Yeah, it really is just... It's just like you're just building and building and building.
Yeah. Do you like magical girls, Sailor Moon, and etc.?
I've never heard of that as a genre. Mm-hmm. I've never watched Sailor Moon. I think all girls are magical, but I've never seen that in a genre. Women. Yeah.
Ellen has joined us.
Hey, Ellen.
Hi, friend. You will be happy to know I now have a Lamy pen. It's not a Safari. It's an AL medium point fountain pen. And I now see your love of a finer tipped pen. My hat is off to you, friend. Oh, Santa's going to be live streaming tomorrow. Oh, goody. All right, everybody. Watch Santa tomorrow. Live streaming art. I'm excited to see what he's going to do. Cookie Light Soul just finished a sketchbook and is starting a new one tomorrow, but wants to start now. I can't wait.
I can't wait to see what you come up with.
This is a mistake to learn from, they say. Buy your sketchbook before ending your previous one. I have a stack of blank journals that I am so excited to use for the year. Do you have an idea what you want to do for the next 3 posters for this year? Oh my God, you guys are funny.
All right, I will tell you a little secret that Donna doesn't even know.
Wait, what?
I had an idea for an image. I joined Tumblr, and I saw a picture of a painting of a mermaid or something like that, and I had an image of. It was like the top part is a boat, and like a pirate or whoever is got their head, like they dipped their head in the water to look down, and up here is coming like a mermaid coming up and kissing them.
That is so cool.
I thought it would be kind of cool. And then
that is so cool.
And then you could see like the people on the boat, like all looking over the deck, kind of almost like a Norman Rockwell kind of thing.
Yeah.
It would be kind of fun.
I love that.
But you're from the point of view of underwater, and
I would love to see you draw underwater. I would love that. You've never done that.
No.
That would be really
I don't know if that's
cool.
going to be the next one, but it was definitely something that kind of came to mind. And
that would be cool. Look at that. We all got to see that at the same time. That's pretty cool. Love your points on realism. I agree 100%. You need to do a dragon coloring page.
I'm still trying. I definitely am gonna give you guys a coloring page for that. I absolutely will. That's my intention. I wish I could give you guys a printout of it on watercolor paper. I think that would be so cool for you guys to be able to just
paint it if you want.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know, here it is on watercolor paper, and you guys could just paint it.
Excuse me. If you could do something other than art, what would it be?
I think I'd like to do music.
You've been leaning towards that.
I
Do you still struggle with drawing hands?
Yep. Unfortunately, I think it's terminal.
Oh gosh. Puzzling read. That is good to know because I am there with you. Yep, Colleen's has been there too with the headache journals, weather, barometric changes, or triggers. Yep, all of the above. Hey, Joy, despite the journey is here. How are you, friend?
Hey, how you doing?
Long time no see. Good to see you all here today. Very good to see you. How do you do a sketch without erasing anything?
You draw lightly.
Ellen with the face. Scott saw the watercoloring book. Yes. Well, that would be a good theory. Scott, there is an opportunity to do that. Scott didn't want to do a coloring book. He wanted to do just an individual piece.
You know, if I remember correctly, we spoke to Grabby and they didn't feel like they...
They did. You
No.
didn't want to do it.
No, they said, no, they couldn't.
Yeah, they did.
No, she said they couldn't.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we sent them all of those things and then they said they
because
couldn't.
because they had to strip the colors out of some of them.
No, it wasn't that.
I thought it was
they
that.
just felt that it wasn't going to sell.
Well, a lot of people would like it. No, Scott does not play any instruments. How would you feel if Game Changer drew you?
I don't know. Is Game Changer the one asking? Mm-hmm. Oh, God. Okay. You said it in a way like I was supposed to.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry. They're our friends. I just assumed you would know that I was talking about this person.
Absolutely. I would be honored.
Let's see.
Blow dryer.
Oh no, here we go. The blow drying. Hang on. Okay, sorry guys. Yeah, we're trying. Letter Lady Z is here. A thingy. Okay. A thingy asks if watercolor paper is really necessary and then says, I don't have watercolor paper and the watercolor is terrible, but I don't know if it's just me and not really knowing how to paint.
It's the paper. Watercolor paper makes all of the difference with
Yeah,
watercolor.
it does. Paper is important. Yeah. Bethany's put waves in and says, welcome to the ocean side, Scott. Anybody has seen Bethany's channel, Bethany does quite a few ocean pieces. Do you have a favorite art quote?
I think from other artists, but lately I've been saying art is a journey, not a destination. So I think that's my little quote.
This person says, Donna is like, wait, what? I know everything about you. How do I not know this? Actually, no, guys, I don't. 31 years and I'm still finding out things about him. So
I mean, I'm not a secretive person. It's just,
No.
I don't go running to her every time I have an idea because it drives her crazy when I do.
because you have ideas like every 5 seconds. I like it when you surprise me, though. That's kind of fun.
I hate surprises.
Just tell people what your favorite Queen song is and stop being a pain in the tuchus.
Best friend.
What are the headphones you use when you leave the Hobbit hole to draw?
They're the Bose 700.
And he has very recently tried a lot of other headphones and was not happy with them.
The Bose 700s I had were starting to kind of go on the fritz, and so we had to send them back. In the meanwhile, I bought the Sonys, I bought the Anchors, I bought, I still like the Bose 700s the best.
Let's see. I'm just writing a note really quick, sorry. Want to make sure I don't forget some things. I don't know how you do these 30-day challenges. The furthest I've ever made it was 4 days in an Inktober, says Gay.
Well, it should be something that you're gonna like, I get bored if it's something I don't really enjoy. And like if I was to be doing the 90s in watercolor like I did for the 80s, I think I would be bored because I already did it. And I'd be like, I'm just kind of doing the same thing, but doing it in gouache made it interesting for me. And that's really, I think, what it is. Sometimes you need to challenge yourself.
The Otter Andy says, every time I start a new sketchbook, I'm intimidated by the first page. It feels like I ruin the sketchbook if the first page is bad. Do you have some tips to overcome that?
Yeah, I did a video on what I do for my first page, which is I always do an overly nice piece for the first page, just because I like to look at that first page and it kind of sets the tone for everything. But you can always tear it out if you don't like it. That's the benefit of being an artist. You don't have to go. If you don't like something, rip it up.
Yeah.
You're not working in diamonds or gold or something like that. It's just paper. Blow dry.
Pull Snoop down a little bit, please. He's up off the screen. Thank you. Much better. And I don't like the background, but you guys think I should tell him? Lisa, I'm going to get to your question. Okay, so Lisa's watching with their 11-year-old artist. And these questions are from that 11-year-old. How do you deal with frustration when your art isn't exactly how you wanted it to be? And first of all, I'm super excited that you're watching with your kiddo and that you're encouraging art. So go, Mom. Your turn.
Okay. What was the question?
How do you deal with frustration when your art isn't exactly how you wanted it to be?
Art is never exactly how you want it to be. And the thing that has helped me is to be okay with that. Stop trying to get art perfect. Stop trying to get art to be exactly how you have it in your head. It happens from time to time. So what I do is I do like the shotgun effect. I figure I'm going to just keep blasting out art after art after art after art, and then get that one good piece. It's kind of like saying, if you were digging for gold, and you got frustrated because you dug once and you didn't get gold. But then there's people who are like, no, you just got to keep digging, and every once in a while, boom, there's a nugget.
Yeah.
And that's what it's like for art, is you keep making art, keep making bad art, but just don't get disappointed. It'll happen. You'll get that piece where you're like, that was a nice piece. I like that piece. If you go over, hold on, sorry. Sorry, Mr. Clock was interrupting. But if you go over to the community section of my channel, here, let me show you. So you go over here to the community section. There is a little chapter that I wrote. I was asked to write a book, which I turned it down, and it talks about doing 100 bad drawings to get one good one, and I think that might help.
Our resident Snoop expert, aka Steph, says the background must be green.
Green?
Yes.
Okay.
And this person says, Scott, you sound a bit down or tired. Are you doing well?
I am. Sometimes I'm a little focused on the piece of art, and so therefore I'm a little distracted. But no, I promise you, I'm doing good.
How long did it take you to learn watercolor?
A couple years. The same thing with gouache. You know, give yourself some time. I know a couple years sounds like a lot of time, but if you're enjoying
the process,
yeah. I mean, it's art. You're supposed to be enjoying it. It should not be painful.
I like romantic comedies. Scott does not. Anything with a love story in it, he doesn't really go for.
I like The Princess Bride.
Yeah, but come on, that's like a once in a lifetime kind of a movie. It's like action and adventure and mystery and love all wrapped up into one, and it's funny. Come on.
It is good, isn't it?
It really is. Really is. Will you ever keep the background the same color? Emphasis.
Just for the record, I was, but then apparently, for Snoop's sake, I have to
make it green.
Make it green.
Okay, tomato soup. Ask Bethany any questions about brushes. As a matter of fact, she did 2 wonderful videos on brush care because this one doesn't clean anything. He would rather throw the brush away and get a new one.
So green, huh?
Anybody asking about art supplies? There is a supply list, and there's 2 lists actually. One is supplies we've tried, and one is Scott's art supplies. And don't tear up your sketchbook, Araya. Don't do that. Keep those drawings. Look back on those drawings when you make progress. What music is your favorite?
Maybe 80s.
Would you say you sound more like yourself on the live streams or the YouTube shorts?
I think definitely on the live
shorts.
streams. Yeah, on the shorts, I am.
He's faking it.
Yeah, I'm talking faster. I'm acting more positive, and I'm definitely a much more boring person in real life.
Is it okay to come and say hi if I see Scott or Donna out in the wild?
Absolutely.
Don't expect Scott to hug you. He doesn't do that. He will shake your hand. Lots of people today are noticing your bracelets and like them and want to know where they're from.
Oh, there's a video about that. Maybe the mods could add it. But it is, I get them from different places that I've actually gone to whenever I leave the Hobbit hole.
What is your favorite art piece that you made?
Probably the Animal Crackers movie poster.
Scott has done a sketchbook tour. There are several sketchbook tours. Your art from when you were little, right? To current.
Yeah, watch my art grow over 40 years.
There you
and
go.
Then there's the, if you go to there's a journal, travel journal segment.
What is your favorite sketchbook that you've done?
Maybe the hair journal.
Yep. The mods are wonderful, and they are correct. Scott's favorite paints are Winsor and Newton.
All right, Steph, is this an appropriate green or does it need to be greener?
Yeah.
Because I'm going over yellow, so it's kind of lighter than it.
Does it need to be more vibrant green? Give us a heads up. Let's see.
So I've met Snoop a couple times, was working with him. He's
Yes,
actually a
it's Snoop.
very nice person.
What is your favorite thing about art?
Creation. There was nothing, and then from a blank piece of paper, you created something. I like that. I like that you're bringing something new into the world.
All right. Rivers Doctors is acting more positive is really me around anyone other than my parents or brother. I'm 99% sure I'm autistic, getting tested soon, and I'm so glad that you're autistic too as one of my favorite artists.
Oh, thank you. Good luck with the testing.
Do you plan on getting more bracelets?
Yes, if I go someplace, I think we're looking at maybe going to Scotland. That would be nice.
And Cookie Lightsol says, people asking if they can meet you is cute. Haha. I mean, you are normal people as everyone else. Anyone is allowed to speak to you.
Yeah, of
That's
course.
true. Yeah, I think it's just...
I respect that people are asking permission because not everybody likes to be approached publicly. And I find it nice, you know. So far, I've yet to meet anybody who was... who made me uncomfortable. Everybody has been very nice, and you know, that's been good. I mean, for me, the best interactions are someone comes up and says, "Hi,
I
watch you on YouTube," and you know, and then we, you know, I say thank you, and then maybe they take a picture. Can we take a picture or whatever?
Yeah.
And then they go, you know, because. Otherwise, I feel like I have to carry on a conversation,
and he doesn't do that.
And I'm
well.
very bad at that.
Yes,
so
he is.
But
you're bad at all the things people would assume that you're not bad at, like eye contact and keeping a conversation going, and all of the things. You must have been trying really, really, really hard when we first started dating, because you were very good at all of those things.
Yeah,
it's kind of funny. All right.
Let me blow dry.
Oh, blow dry. Okay, hold on. And Steph wants it darker, by the way.
Darker?
Mm-hmm.
On that one because it is going to be very difficult if they're the same.
We have not been in school in 100 years, and I think Scott's favorite thing was recess or lunch. Probably not lunch. Oh, Anne Marie's here. She says, "Morning, friends. First live of the year. Excited for many more, especially since it's always a wonderful time with the best." Aw.
Hey, Anne Marie.
We are so happy you're here, kiddo. I can say that because I know Anne Marie's a kiddo. Scott's not going to copy another artist's paintings unless we're doing like 60 days of studying the masters again, which I really want to do. That was my favorite series we've done. Let's see. Oh, you guys didn't know that that was our grandfather clock that we have down here in the Hobbit hole? Do you have any tips for beginner artists?
Tips for beginner artists.
Mm-hmm.
Draw everything every day.
The Starfish Kid saw Paperboy at the arcade. So
really?
Cool. Mm-hmm. How do you find greens or blues in your reference photo?
I think you just start to look for them. and you see them. It's really a you start to develop an eye for colors that maybe aren't there or are very subtle.
I know Bethany would never say this, so I'm just going to. She doesn't go by Beth. She goes by Bethany. So, and I'm not dissing anybody. I'm just throwing that out there for people who are typing in the chat. What's your favorite animal?
A cheetah.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Will you watch cartoons?
Oh yeah, I grew up on cartoons.
How are you doing, Scott?
I'm doing good, thank you. I'm just trying to get this done and start the new year. I kind of want to work on my dragon piece a little more. And yeah, that's about it.
Is it okay to copy your style? Because I really, really like it.
Please do. My style is just a copy of a whole bunch of other artists' styles.
Mm-hmm. What should I paint next? Sam, the answer to that question is a red panda. Always a red panda. Oh my God, my son gave me a red panda coffee mug for Christmas. Well, tea mug. We'll call it a tea mug. by pacing miles and miles and miles. You just have to work with, what you have. And I think people should not have expectations when they meet somebody else.
People are going to have expectations. I mean, I had expectations when I met like Stallone and whatnot.
And you were surprised at some of those.
No,
people.
they were actors and they were able to meet my expectations because they acted.
Act.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, I knew that they were putting on a performance, that they were smiling and telling me. I mean, Sylvester Stallone sat there with me for 45 minutes, just one-on-one, telling me stories about making Rocky and encouraging me with my art and everything. And
that's a story he's told over and over, though. So I think he's comfortable
exactly.
with that narrative.
And I think to be an actor, you do need to be a bit of an extrovert. You need to want to be in front of an audience. And so, but that's just not my skill set. And so as long as people understand that, it's not me trying to be rude or anything like that. I just don't have that skill set. It's just not in my DNA. I think I'm done.
Okay. I would not have red pandas, and the reason I wouldn't is because they're exotic and endangered, and so I would rather have them in a zoo. However, if I could be a zookeeper and take care of the red pandas anytime I wanted and feed them and pet them and squeeze them and call them my little friends, I would.
Steph, I think your choice for the green was not a good choice. I think I liked it better with the yellow.
Oh, stop.
I do.
You know nothing.
I think it pops better.
How do I cover up an inking mistake when intending to ink over that spot again? Ooh, good question.
So I did a video on that, and essentially what you do is if you're going to watercolor over it, you're going to just do the painting as if it's the way that you want it. And then you're going to go in and cover it up with gouache, because gouache is opaque.
Can you go over the gouache with a pen? Because they want to be able to ink over it.
No, I'm saying ink over it so that way you have both the bad lines and the good lines.
And then
do your painting.
Okay.
And then match the colors of the paint with the gouache over it while you're covering up the other lines. Because if you try to cover up the inks with anything, when you go over it with watercolors, the watercolors are going to react to it differently because you're now taking watercolors on top of gouache or on top of acrylic or on top of whatever it is.
Okay.
And so you want to preserve the texture of the paper.
Does that make sense? Let us know if that makes sense. Okay. Charms. Gouache is gouache and watercolor is watercolor. So you can't. Gouache is not going to do what watercolor does. They're just two totally different.
You can water gouache down, but it really is
still going to be opaque.
Still going to be a little bit more opaque.
Ocean asks, what do I do on days I feel overwhelmed and I'm not up for school when my parents don't allow mental health days?
Try to bring headphones, talk to a student, talk to a counselor maybe, and see if you can get some support. If your parents aren't going to support you on that, try to get support from the school. And if not that, I don't know, maybe a doctor or...
I think that's a good suggestion. Yeah, I think that's a good suggestion. The school, if you go to your counselor at school and you tell them that you're having a really hard time, there are things that they can do that they can help you with. And that's important. And I'm proud of you for asking the question, because I wish I would have asked those questions when I was younger. I wish I would have prioritized mental health when I was younger, because that's important. And I think all of you nowadays that are still in school really are under a lot of pressure. And it's important to know your limitations, and it's important to know what you need. So please do reach out to a counselor and ask them for some help. How much does your overall style change when you start to use a new medium? Are there stylistic choices that you like in one medium and dislike in another?
Yeah, my styles change with every medium. And yeah, there's some stylistic stuff that sometimes I'll be working on a piece in watercolor and I'll go, man, I should have done this in gouache because these have some really nice lighting and I could have done some really cool stuff with the skin or whatnot. And sometimes I'll be working on a gouache piece and wish that I would have done it in colored pencils or with watercolor. So it happens. It's just you start to I pick the medium based on the reference. And my styles are vastly different from one thing to another. I think I keep the outlines throughout. But as you can see with the gouache, there's just a lot more richness and color, I think, that I like.
The mods are not related to us, but they are our friends. Let's see. Who would you have drawn if you didn't let the fans decide? Interesting question.
Seal. Seal's my favorite musician for the letter S.
Yes, I am feeling better. Thank you for asking. I would not want to be a red panda, but I would like to be a red panda keeper. No New Year's resolutions for either of us. Oh, thank you. This person, Lorcan, says, Donna, I saw some of your shorts on your YouTube channel. You're a natural. That's so sweet.
Oh.
That's cute. Thank you. Do you like horror movies, Scott?
Not particularly, no.
Are we good? Are you done?
We are. I'm looking for...
What?
Would it be screenshots?
I don't know what you're looking for.
I was trying to find a picture of me with Snoop to show everybody.
Oh, White Pearl Cookie, you're very sweet. Very, very sweet. We are happy that you are all here with us as we start the new year. And we are just really, really looking forward to a less dramatic year this year. You know? Yeah, just really, really good. No, Scott right now isn't doing any online or in-person classes at all.
No, sorry.
Nope.
All right, sorry. Yeah, I can't find it. But, yeah, he was a very nice person. Thank you, guys. Happy New Year to everybody.
Yeah, Happy New Year, guys. Do something for yourself today. Take a little bit of time for yourself and enjoy doing whatever makes you happy. I have been journaling for 2 days and it's been glorious.
Yeah.
I've really been in a great mood and I've really been enjoying it. And I just see how important it is to do something that makes you happy. So do something for yourself today, even if it's just 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And we are live Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 9 a.m. Central Time. We hope you will join us on Wednesday for the letter T.
Yeah, so we have TUVWXYZ. 7 more letters to go.
7 more letters, which is,
So that is
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah. So happy New Year, everybody. And thank you for being on this crazy journey with us. We are entering year 4 of doing this. Year 4, I think.
Well, this is our...
In August, it'll be 4 years that you started
starting
going live.
of our 3rd year of YouTube. Yeah, it was 2020 is when I started. August of 2020 when I started TikTok.
Yeah, it's crazy how time flies. But thank you all for being here. We love you guys so much. Go out and do something good for yourself today, and we will see you on Wednesday. Oh, and join Santa tomorrow for his live tomorrow. And again, hope you all have a great year this year. We will see you soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye.